What's going on, everybody? The boys say you see in the house. Everybody gather around. Everybody gather around. The boy JC in the house. Tonight's topic: the good girls get overlooked in the dating scene, in the dating game, etc. So everybody gather around. Got a special guest with me tonight, Miss Watts, and that's to be tonight's topic. So everybody gather around. What's going on, Robin? Kiana, Marlon, what's going on, man? What's going on? Maria. Yeah, everybody gather around. She should be here shortly. How's everybody doing tonight? Yvonne, what's going on? Whew. Going on, Cassandra? Ari, what's going on? I'm doing good. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, what's going on? Miss Watts is in the building. What's going on with you?
Hey, Jonathan. Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Living life. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Your circle?
Oh,
How
my
you dating?
circle is
All that good
doing
stuff.
great. My circle is doing wonderful, marvelous.
All
Hi,
right.
Mike. Hi, Yvonne.
Uh-oh.
And
So
the
yeah,
answer
though.
is yes.
No,
Overlooked.
I didn't get it.
Yvonne,
Whoa, whoa. Let me get the question out first, at least, okay?
come on.
Wait, before you throw the darts
Okay,
at me,
go.
let me get out
Go.
the question, okay?
Okay, go.
Okay, so all right, go. One, two, three, go. Right.
hmm
All right. So the question is, do are good women getting overlooked in the dating game? All right. What's your thoughts about that?
Oh, most definitely. Good
Oh,
women are getting overlooked by good men, mostly who've been kind of hurt before and skeptical to step out there again. So I'm here to tell you guys, it's okay. Go for it a second round and get your feet wet. Hey, Cuzzo, and
yeah.
go for it. It's nothing wrong with it. Good women are out here, and we, good women, are getting overlooked.
What you
What do
mean,
you what?
we?
Yeah, we good women, me and other women like myself, we're being overlooked.
Well, you might have to define what good means, because a lot of guys they hear good and they just hear horror stories. They don't know what a good woman is, know what a good woman looks like, etc. So you gotta break that down for the viewers.
Well, I'll break it down for the viewers, but I also need to say that it goes both ways. We, as good women, don't know that, every man or running into a new man is a good man. So, we're skeptical, we're nervous, but we're quicker to take that chance. Guys, on the other hand, when especially once they're hurt, it's hard for them to go back and actually take that chance. Hi, Robin.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But yeah, though, do I feel like good women are being overlooked? Yeah, I actually do feel that way. Surprisingly, because I feel like
Right.
as men, we really don't value women. We don't really view women as human beings. So it's really hard to, you know, cherish or appreciate women if you don't look at them as a human being or a second class citizen. So,
So let
I
me
do
ask
feel
you
like
this. Let me ask you this, Jonathan. Is there a technique that guys use? Hi, James. Is there a technique that guys use to cipher out good women from bad women? Because a lot of times guys think, visually, and they're stuck under that visual contact, big button smile type of mentality, and they automatically think that's a good woman. In a lot of cases that is not the case. Hi, Paul. In a lot of cases that's not the case. So guys are out there looking for that trophy, and their trophy a lot of times is visual, and they never take the time to actually see who the person is, what the person is, if they have the same thing in common, what's that common interest. Instead, they have a tendency of going visual, and when they do that, they miss out. Maybe should have been paying more attention to a friend and not her. They miss out. And
Exactly.
you asked me, what does a good woman look like? It's not what she looks like, it's what she acts like that determines
Uh,
whether or not she's a good woman. Her personality. Um, if it's hard for a woman to smile, there's a problem. So you look for things. If the heart tells, the face sometimes tells what the heart is where the heart is at. So a good woman, she'll smile, she's polite, she says thank you, she's appreciative, may even offer to leave a tip at dinner. But again, a lot of guys go for that big butt and a smile, and what they get is a hot mess. A greedy woman, a female who always has her hand out, one that you have to determine whether or not you can trust. And they go for that. And then once they do that and they're hurt and they're damaged, they want to take that out on everyone. So what they do is they fail to realize when that real good woman, that person that you should have been paying that extra attention to comes by, they miss it.
okay. Okay, because I feel like
Hey, Carol.
a lot
Hey,
more
Tanya.
brothers know as far as a good woman, but we're so visual that a lot of times we don't take the time to, evaluate her morals, her character, and we're just so focused on her physical appearance that we overlook, tendencies as far as, her being late on dates or her, maybe getting upset with the waitress, etc. So there's a lot of stuff that we overlook as men, and we just be lust of the eye. But the problem is though, a
Okay,
lot of
okay.
brothers they've had at least one or two solid women in their life, but whatever reason they neglected her and didn't get her needs met, and she ended up being with somewhere else because she felt neglected and unappreciated.
Well, let me ask you this, Jonathan. What determines neglect for a man and unappreciative? When you say neglect, are you talking about he fails to open doors, he fails to say thank you, he fails to remember flowers, he fails to, take her to dinner every now and then? Is he just there in time to jump in the sack, take a shower, jump in the sack, and go back to work? I mean, what type of neglect are we talking?
I'm talking about just like emotional neglect. Maybe he's not really tending to her needs, not catering to her love language, whether it's quality time, active service, physical touch, gift giving. Like he doesn't really put her as priority. He's putting his boys ahead of her, his career,
Yeah, the
like
video
everything
game or
comes before.
something that's
Yeah, video games. He got to play a little
crazy.
Mario, Luigi. He got to play a little Call of Duty. And he kind of just take her for granted and put her on the back burner.
And I agree. I agree.
You
Let's
know.
see. We've got some comments coming across. Let's
Uh-oh.
see.
Coming
So we
mildly fast tonight.
uh Miss Rodriguez, yes. My thing is when a woman looks like a flirt or looks like she can get a pretty boy or jock, or if she's too nice, why are these reasons men don't consider us good women?
Oh, you want to ask me? Want
You're
to
the
give the man
man.
some? Oh. So, okay, cool. Spotlight's on me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me read this. Okay. I think is
Wait,
when a woman looks like a.
we didn't answer her. Why are these
No,
reasons men don't consider us good women? You know, she's right. When a woman looks like a flirt, or she looks like she can get a pretty boy or jock, or even she looks too nice, why are these reasons men don't consider us good women? So, in other words, she's saying if you are attracted to that visual and you're getting that visual and that visual is perfect or something that you're interested in, but because you've been hurt before, you put that particular person in the same category as the one you just came out of, and you don't consider her to be a good woman. don't
I mean,
consider her flirting, her attraction to be a good woman.
no, that's just previous hurt because you have to distinguish. Each woman is different. Every woman possesses different result. You get different vitamins out of a man. And
Yeah.
whatever your last ex did, you have to remember it, but you got to heal from it and learn from the situation. I don't feel like a lot of times as men we sit down and actually self reflect. You know.
Right.
Just like we let's say we're playing football, right? And we lose the game. We like to diagnose what went wrong, like look at the playbook, what went right.
Right.
We
Right.
don't we don't do that enough to set like damn like what could I have done better? A lot of times we like to point the
Right.
finger. So
Right.
that's how I look at it. We're not really doing enough self evaluations of what happened.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Hi, Tanya. Robert says true. Miss Rodriguez says exactly. Amen. Hi, Carol. We're great. Hope you're great as well. Okay, so how about Rita Marie King? You want to get that one?
Okay, I believe that a good woman is overlooked because sometimes when that man has hurt a good woman in his past and meets a good woman in the future, that reminds him of what he lost. He has tendencies to withdraw away from the good woman because he's afraid to make that same mistake again. Yeah, yeah, I do agree with that.
That's a possibility. I mean, there's
You
so
know,
many different possibilities, but what I have to say in reference to that is guys and girls, just because you've been hurt before, don't allow that to stop you from going back out there and dating again. Remember we talked about when, life pushes you down, relationships push you down. Don't be
yeah,
afraid to get up, brush yourself off, and keep it moving, keep it stepping. Don't be afraid to date again. Because when you do that, there's a strong possibility that you will miss your significant other. You'll get left out. Life, the dating game is by chance, and spending time with the other opposite sex and enjoying it as well. Hey, Marlon.
what's going on, Chris? What's going on, Corin?
I think it's
Yvette,
easy to fool
Justin, what's
someone
going
when
on, man?
all they could say is that they're good about themselves. Anyone could be good. You're right. You could tell anybody anything, but it's their actions. What was that? It's their actions that tells it all. So, someone might tell you, yeah, I'm the best thing you ever had. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. If you don't see any of that as the relationship goes on, and you know that it was all a facade. They put that together so that they can pull you in. But you have to be aware of that and be ready to adjust in any way, you need to adjust. But you can't be afraid. You have to be strong. You have to take that chance, and you have to live life. Live it. If that's what you want to do dating wise, go for it. If it's not what you want to do, that's fine too. Nobody's pushing anyone to do anything that they wouldn't do. And again, this is just, you know, my thoughts, my feelings, and of course, Jonathan is just sharing his as well, but you have to make those decisions yourself. So don't please
Right.
take any of this and take it like concrete. You need to evaluate your own situation and then find out what works for you. And guys, stop passing by these good women. The good women that you're passing by, they're not just good, they're awesome. But you got to
Yeah,
give them a chance. And don't put them down. Be ready to keep your eyes open, mind open, and heart open to see what it is that you're really getting into.
exactly. Because it's all
What do
it's
you
all
think,
a
Jonathan?
mental. It's all mentality. You have to change your mindset. You've been hurt before. Change your mindset. Today will be a good day.
Exactly.
You have to fill your brain with positive thoughts. And you know,
Exactly.
a lot of times we see decent women, good women, but we have the fear to go out there and approach and make stuff happen. So, like I said before, you can't really blame women for choosing who they choose because those are the guys that's going after the women. And you're kind of being, stuck. You know, you've seen her, but instead of going up there,
Right. Instead of
introducing
right.
yourself, you just sit up there and just stare as she walking by. You know, all you'll do is just stare at her. You're not even going to put yourself
Right.
out there. So how you know? You know.
Exactly. And it's not if she's walking by and you're having dinner, you know, offer her a drink, you know, compliment her, find a way to get into her visual so that you can make that move. Because while you're sitting back and thinking about making that move, you got Jody, Tom, Bill, you know, Randy chance. Unless somebody automatically introduces you to a good woman, you're gonna have to go out there and you're gonna have to take a chance. Hi, cousin Cheryl. Hi, sissy Angie. What is it, Marlon? Tell us. What is it that you're thinking? Men don't heal. My cousin Mike said, "Men." You're right, Mike. Did you hear that, Jonathan? Men don't heal, and he's most definitely right. Because even earlier when we spoke, there were other and comments were made. There were men who felt the need to make a negative comment in the middle of a whole bunch of positive things that were going on. That tells me that that particular person has been hurt, and he's still angry. But you can't do that. I mean, you could do that. You could be angry. You could be alone. You could be a grouch all the way until you turn into a Grinch. You can do that. I wouldn't advise it. My advice to anyone is to enjoy life. So you're right, Mike. Men do not heal. Chris, what do you think about females thinking men being down low while in a relationship? Hmm?
The download
Like
brothers are
on the
very
down
good.
low? Yeah, on the
Yeah,
brown.
on
What
the
do you
download.
think about females thinking men being down low while in a relationship? That's kind of deep. I hadn't thought about that. Chris, I have to come back to that because in my world, a man is masculine at all times. So I don't even find interest in a man that has that slight possibility. And when it comes to down low brothers, if you watch them closely, there's signs. It leaves you in question. So if you're in question, you know, start paying more attention and you know, start, you know, tweeting those brothers out. A lot of those brothers are already out. So, you know, it has its ups and downs. Hi, Jacqueline. Marlon, men is just take it women, men, it just takes healing. Yeah, you're right, Marlon. It does. It does just takes healing. But men have so much pride and so much a few men have a tendency of cheating themselves. But if they get cheated on, you would think somebody took the last cookie because he gets upset. He's mad at every female that comes his way because in his mind we're all that same person. So you're right, Marlon. Time. Oh, men. Oh, it takes time to heal. Right. We got you, Marlon. Mike. We just move on.
Yeah, like I
We
think
feel
it's a
voice.
choice. It's a choice whether you heal or not.
Huh?
No, I would say it's a
Oh,
choice
I
whether you get the
go
help
ahead.
to heal or you know you've been hurt. You gotta be honest with yourself and you know put that pride away. Like, hey, I've been hurt. I need help. I need coaching, and put yourself out there. You know.
You don't need coaching. You need to get up and get started. That's not that type of hurt. Everybody's experienced that type of. The
I don't
first
think that's a
time
good
you
idea to
experience,
say somebody get up and go after it. Just
well, because
some guys that
Jonathan,
really
the
need
first
really.
time you experience that type of hurt is it elementary school or junior high school when you had that little crush and you got your little heart broken. That's the first time. By the time you're a full grown man, you should have some of it together. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It hurts the females. It hurts us too. It hurt us
But the
too.
thing
But
about
what do
y'all,
we do?
y'all will at least talk about it and stuff. We'll just keep it inside and have it just build up inside. You know.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to go ahead and talk about it. It's all about the choices that being made by that individual. and that is Justin. Hi, Justin. Even in comedy today, they show the visual of a good woman, man, as someone who is insecure and has issues with themselves. Therefore, they assume women, men don't cheat because they're dime pieces. Really? And I hate the way this is going. The dime pieces. I hate the way that this is. I can't. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Dime pieces in the man and woman eyes. Okay, excuse me. I apologize for that, guys, but the way it's rolling up, it's doing some funky stuff here. So maybe you're right, Miss Rodriguez. Give us a better an example. Give us a show. That would be great. Let me see, Chris. I have felt that this. Hey man, I have felt like this when communication wasn't there, and when I asked direct questions, he wouldn't answer and would ignore me. Action speaks louder than words, and you're right about that. Action does speak louder than words, Robin. But what do you do when he does that? When he won't answer the questions and he ignore you? Is that something you just say, "Oh well, he'll get better soon"? I mean, you're right. That's a sign. There's something going on there. That's definitely a sign. And it's a sign that, we have to pay attention because it means something. Robert says, right. Chris, what do you think about females thinking their man is in a relationship on the down low living in Atlanta? Chris, you have to be more specific because I'm not quite sure where that's going. I mean, bits and pieces tells me you've got something to say. So feel free to come out and say those things, but throwing hits, I can't catch. When you meet that one, if you're not, then then what, Mike? Then then what? When you meet that one, we act right. Okay. But if you're not, then what? Then you leave. You go elsewhere. You make a friend. You try to make a clean break. And that's important too, guys. When you do have to make a break or you feel the need to make a break from someone, you have to stop doing the silly stuff. And I say guys and girls, like disappearing, stop answering phone calls. When you do answer it, you're short. I'm busy. I'm busy. Be a man, be a woman, and say, hey, I enjoyed it. You're a great person. You're not just quite for me. Be a grown up about it. I just feel like you should be a grown up about it, and tell that person what it is that's going on. You're not going to marry everyone you date. I know you guys heard otherwise elsewhere, so I'm going to leave that where it is. But no, you're not going to marry everyone you date, and there's nothing wrong with going on a date with someone that you have no intention of marrying. You're not supposed to go on a date just to get married anyway. You go on a date with a friend. You get to know them on a friend level. Once you got them on that friend level, if you guys are compatible, you might want to take it to another level. You might want to take it to a sleep level. You might want to take it to whatever level. And that goes on. That relationship, whoa, it happens. Come on, we grown ups. Now, if you, I don't know, PG-13, we're grown ups. Let's not act like these things don't happen. This is life. I know some of the times you get people and you're not supposed to. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. This is life. So this is how you do it. And then once you're in a relationship, you might even get engaged because once again, you're trying to continue with this. And then you'll know if you're going to marry him. That may take years. You don't really know, but you can't ignore somebody, date somebody because they're not talking about marriage on the first. You go out on the first date, so you ever want to be married? Doesn't matter right then and there. What kind of movie do you like? What kind of music do you like? What's your favorite food? Find those things out. Do you like sports? Find out the things that are more compatible, and you can move forward from there. I'm sorry. When you meet that person, okay, we got hi Amanda. Good point. Thank you, Angela Chu. Because all people aren't the same. You get a sign. You get a sign. Pay attention. Exactly, Miss Streeter. Pay attention to those signs, Justin. Most time, good women pass up great men, so that's their fault. So you can't complain. There's no complaint. Please, Justin, do understand. There's no complaint here. There's a conversation. We're trying to find out what it is that we need to do to meet each other halfway. So please don't take it as Wait, sweetie, we are conversating and we like the fact that you're joining in with us. So sometimes good women do pass up good men as well as good men passing up good women. You're right. Oh, Mr. Rodriguez, if a
Exactly.
woman thinks that she truly doesn't know the man she's with, that's crazy though. Yeah, but you'd be surprised, girl. Some men and some women, they could put on a whole show and you can live with them and don't know. But you look for these things and don't ignore what you see. When someone shows you their face, believe that's what you see in. If they show you who they are, believe it. Am I right, Jonathan?
Yeah, exactly. That's why you got to discern people. You got to have, like I said, you got to have your core values, which you have similar principles. You actually
Hmm.
go out there and date, try to get to know each other and stuff, and see if y'all compatible.
Right.
You just enjoy
We're
the
at
moment.
Yvonne Kingston's. Do you want to do some of them, Jonathan? If you haven't
Yeah,
been
yeah.
hurt, if you have been hurt, Yvonne Kingston.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She said you have been hurt. You better take time to heal first before moving forward. Yeah, you're right about that. Veronica says some of them mess around anyways.
Marlon
Yeah.
said, "That's a lie." What's a lie, sweet pea? Men can't choose to not heal. Did I miss something? Men can't choose to not heal. No, men can't choose to not heal, but men can choose to heal. You can
Yeah.
choose to heal. You might can't choose not to heal, but you can choose to heal. Everybody can. Men, women, children, even a dog licks a wound and heal. So you have a choice. I'm not sure, Justin. That's a matter of opinion about men not healing. Okay. What do you call a guy that constantly bash women for no reason at all? Damaged
You gotta be
goods.
on down
A
low.
man who has
Damage
not
good.
healed. That's what that's called. Damaged, and vice versa. A woman who constantly, oh, these men, all these men, umbrella, those haven't healed. It's not until they healed that to grow within, have a relationship and grow within it. Jonathan
Yeah.
Robin,
Oh, what happened?
Robin, I was thinking down low as with another woman, but try to be with you. Hmm.
Wait, what happened?
Robin, what you got going on, girl? What you at? What have you seen? I don't know what to say about that. I hear what you're saying, but I don't even know how to address it because that's a situation I haven't been in. And everybody, please understand, if I haven't been in a situation, I'm really not going to talk too much on it because it's not my place. But feel free to share, Robin. Justin, go ahead, Jonathan.
You said what now?
Jonathan, can you hear me? I
Yeah,
think
yeah, I
you're
can hear you.
frozen. If someone takes the
No,
last
no, I'm
cookie,
here.
I'll
No,
just
I'm
bake
here.
some. You
I thought you
better,
was saying
Justin.
something.
You
Yeah,
better. If
I was
somebody
just.
takes the last cookie, bake some more.
You said what?
I was tripping off of Justin. He said if somebody takes the last cookie, he'll just bake some more. I said, yeah, as you should. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. You have to heal first. You can't just. And also, too, when you do get one, you have to, like I said, you have to know how to value her and put her first priority and stuff. A lot of times, just like you said, you get complacent. Lack of focus, lack of communication, put her on the back burner, and feeling receptive to you. You have to you have to make her a priority. I don't care about working. I don't care
Definitely
about
have to make her a priority.
family. She,
It's what
you so you gotta make the efforts too. Like little things on your break, you have to send her videos as far as what y'all like to do, or continue to date your significant other too. Continue to court her, like you did in your first. do hear that with a lot of men, are
Right.
broken as
Jonathan,
far
I
as
think
that word.
you break I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I am.
I don't know, but guys, we're gonna be moving our forum to YouTube, but we'll keep you guys posted on that.
What's going on,
Rodriguez
Jessica,
replying to Marlon
Charles?
James. Jonathan?
Yeah. What happened?
I think you're stuck. There you are. Let me see.
Yeah, yeah.
Rodriguez. I'm sorry. You want me to do it or you want to read it?
No, no, you can read it.
Oh, cool. Rodriguez responding to Marlon, I don't exactly think any of us fully heal. We ignore signs or test faith in a way, but a lesson will always be learned. As women, we try to keep the fairy tale we see as children and the possibility of it happening alive, in my opinion. And that's cool. That's a cool opinion. And I guess that's as some women, because for ladies, I'm sorry, and maybe because I'm a little older, but for me, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. Um, you don't fully heal, but you learn. You don't fully, you, it takes a while for you to heal, but it doesn't take a while for you to learn. So you could take that as a lesson and start paying attention to the signs. Ladies and guys, when you start seeing signs in a relationship that you know is a toxic sign, walk away. You don't have to be in that relationship. You can go to the next. Relax and enjoy yourself, and something different come your way. But you don't have to accept. You don't have to. I'm not accepting. Sorry, guys. I am not accepting. I just can't. I don't want to. Maybe because I'm, where I am in life. But I'm not accepting, and I'm not going to. And if I'm hurt, he'll never know it. You can bet that.
Uh-oh.
Right.
So
Marlon,
you
it took me
ever
literally like 2 years to heal. Wow, Marlon. And that's okay. Sometimes it do take 2 years to heal. You don't want to put yourself back into that situation, quickly. So take your time. It's nothing wrong with taking your time and healing. But you don't have to be down about it for 2 years. Don't be in sorrow for 2 years. Just don't start a new relationship. Just do you. Enjoy life and do you.
Yeah.
Dondra. I like that. Hi, Jonathan. Dondra, say hi, Jonathan.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Marlon. Men don't really talk about it. I know, but why?
That's
Why
pride,
not talk
ego.
about it?
That's pride and
What's the
ego.
ego part? You experienced life and now you sad about it? You had a life experience, a life lesson, because it's full of them. Life is full of lessons, so get ready. And so you experienced that breakup. You experienced that breakup, and now you're just so sad. You just can't. Oh, woe with boy, if you don't get up and brush yourself off. Plenty. There's plenty out there. Rita Marie. Some men do not like to take their time out and heal, yeah, properly, because before and their another relationship is fixing what went wrong in the first. Please, with oneself, it doesn't matter what handsome. There go that thing. I hate that, Jonathan, because it throws me.
Say
It
what?
throws me. I can't find where I am. Handsome or pretty person
What?
come your way if you aren't put yourself before entering another relationship. You know what? Bottom line is you gotta heal a little bit. You have to at least lick your wound, put that band-aid on, make sure that scab is starting to develop, start to heal before you jump into another relationship. And I don't know about the part where, every relationship is going to be different. So let's say you were in a relationship and you guys broke up because she could no longer take the fact that you won't put the toilet seat down. She's fed up. So it's over. It's over. But then you might go into this new relationship further down the line, and she could care less if you put the toilet seat down. So there's going to always be different things you have to adjust to within a new relationship. So don't make the mistakes over and over. Jonathan, if you could read some of these, please, Marlon, do the
Which one?
toxic
I don't see anything though.
masculinity and look at showing emotion as weakness.
It's not.
So
It's not
wait a minute.
weakness.
So what is it? When a guy, right, it's not weakness when a guy shows
It's not,
emotion. Most definitely not. And as long as he's crying every day,
you can show emotion. You just gotta be balanced with it. That's all.
somebody let us know who's freezing, me or Jonathan. Who has that bad connection? Somebody let us know.
I think it's you.
Hi, Jessica. Marlon, Atlanta is like the wasteland of downloads. I mean, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gay, but I don't have any, to each his own. I got my own problems and my own things I need to answer for. So everybody answer for what's going on with them. Once the door closed, whatever happens behind that closed door, I mean, so a wasteland for down lowers or that's good if you're on the down low. That's where they need to go. It's just I don't know what to say. It to each his own. Hello, Sonia, Marlon. I know you meant down lows. Why don't men
No.
talk about their feelings more openly? Why? Just like was that Marlon that said because they're going to be considered weak and going to be
That's
considered
why other toxic men though. A lot of women they're praying for us to open up. That all that hurt you building inside is not good for you. So they really do want
it's not. Talk to somebody about it. Talk to your uncle, your dad, your brother. Your best friend might be a female. Talk to her.
to
I don't know which one of us. Okay. Most people don't heal their inner child. They move on looking for the fantasy in their head. Hmm. Everybody's fantasy is different. You know, everybody, it depends on what you consider to be a fantasy. Everybody's fantasy is different. You know, somebody's fantasy may include a Rolls Royce in gold, and someone else's fantasy may include a field full of flowers and a white picket fence. So everybody's fantasy is different. And fantasy doesn't always have to be left in your head. Fantasy could be made into reality with the right person. Thank you, Sonia. Marlon, due to toxic masculinity. Oh, well runs dry. Also, you can't be desperate. Who would be, I'm curious. We need to talk about that one night, Jonathan. What does desperate look like?
like very needy. You know.
Well, there's needy people, but they're not desperate just because they're needy. It's got to be a different. Hmm?
Texting her and you know she's
Somebody
not
tell us
responding.
who's freezing. Is it Jonathan or myself? Also, you can't be desperate. I think it's both ways due to superficial social standards. Good men and women pass up on each other. Yes, that's how we started out talking too. We agree to that all of the time. Exactly. But it doesn't happen a lot with some women. Hmm. Jonathan. There's Rita Marie, I believe. Somebody tell us who's freezing? Jonathan or myself? Who is
I
freezing?
can't see any of the comments.
I can't. You're freezing, Jonathan. So I'm gonna read until you unfreeze. I believe that when you're dating that you should be able to communicate. You were froze and each with each other to know if you are the same level. Yes, in a relationship, ask questions, communicate by talking, like you said. Right, right. Set standards. Do all those things, and you need all those things levels in your relationship. So who is that? Rita Marie. Thank you, Rita Marie. Okay, Jonathan, we're back at Marlon.
What do you say? What did Marlon
Oh,
say?
that's for me. He said, "What are your thoughts on some women?" Yeah, I think that one's for me. What are your thoughts on some women trying to change a man? You can't change a man, just like you can't change a woman. You can't change anybody. You can, kind of tweak them a little bit. You can tell them what it is that you like, and if they adjust to it, that's great. That's what you call a tweak. If it's really not a part of who they are, they're really not going to do it, and you probably don't even need to, spend a lot of time on trying to change them. So no, I don't think neither person needs to change within a relationship. Again, maybe a little tweaking here and there, but you have to be able to accept the person for who they are. Believe them when they show you who they are. Just believe them. Marlon, Ken, I know Marlon. I'm used to your writing. Cora Green. Hi, Cuzzo. Sonia Moore. People won't heal, especially if they don't think anything is wrong with them. You're right. And guess what, Sonia? If they don't want to adjust and they're not healing and they don't think anything's wrong with them, uh, toot toot. Go ahead and blow your horn and go to the person. You don't have to stay in a relationship not comfortable, that you're not happy, and you just don't have to. And we as women, sometimes we do that because we love him. And sooner or later, he's going to love us back. No, believe a
Mm-mm.
person when they show you who they are. Believe them. Believe them. So you're right, Sonia Raymond. They must know their value and self-worth. Who is that? Men or women, Raymond? Who must know
Who
both?
you talking about? The women?
Both must know their value and
Yeah,
self-worth.
both needs to.
Answer it. Both. Would you say, Jonathan?
No, I was saying both need to know their value and their self worth.
Yeah. Okay. Anytime, Jonathan.
You said what
Rita
now? No, I
Marie.
can't really hear you. I think I'm freezing.
Oh, I'm sorry, cause it's the okay, I don't know. I'm gonna see. I do not think that anybody's job is changed. Everybody that's between them and God to work that out. Wait a minute. Let me see this. I do not think it's anybody's job to change. Anybody that's between them and God to work that out. We're all here to work on ourselves. If you and that person is not working out or is not communicating, then I hate that button. I hate that button. Communicating the way it's supposed to be between each other. It's time to move on. I agree. And don't be afraid to move on. Don't ever be afraid to move on. It's what life does. Date. Date. I do not think that anybody's job would change. Okay, so Marlon, sorry for the typos. That's all right, Marlon. I'm used to that by now. Robin, interpretation of download cheating was a man trying to have two women, a side piece, and a main woman. I didn't know what download means with same sex. Oh, well, that's okay. All right, Robin. What download means the same sex is when you have a husband and you think and you got kids together and you think, oh, he's 100% in on your team, at least on the female team, and you found out later, no, he's got a boyfriend too. That's what download means for the same sex. But I do understand what you're saying. You're talking about a download as in cheating and him having several partners. So we got it. Miss Rodriguez, Jonathan.
What happened? I
Jonathan.
can't see the comment. I can't see nothing.
Oh, push it to the right. Swipe it to the left. Swipe it to the left. Do
I
you
can't.
see it now? Okay, that's all right. I'll go for it. Whew, Rodriguez, life is short and you get out. Okay, well, I'm gonna read it and you chime in. Life is short, you
Okay.
get out of what you put in. So life with no regrets because it's all happened for a reason. Passing up. One good woman doesn't mean you'll miss the next one. Thank you, Miss Rodriguez. Couldn't have been more couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
I'm glad to read these comments and see that, everybody's pretty much on the same. Also, stop taking people for granted. Yes, Raymond, I agree. To Robin, I assume down low is something we call a man who date men also. Yeah. Rita Marie, the words for real, walk away. True words for real, walk away. Yes, ma'am. Nothing wrong with it. Guess what? Just like that one was interested, there's a lot more that's interested too. So you walk away, you keep yourself together, you keep yourself beautiful, girl, you keep yourself smelling good, you keep yourself just everything. Just keep it, everything, and move on for everybody. Just move on. I can't believe breakups are what they are nowadays. Um, Dondra, I love it. Do you? That's right. Do you, boo? Jonathan, I'm gonna get you. Hi, Miss Covington. I'm gonna try it. It's Perlicia, Miss Covington. We're gonna call you
No,
Smiley.
Felicia.
Robin says, yeah. Raymond. Here we go, Jonathan. Raymond. I just took it. I just looked at it as a as a big favor. Yes. Thank God for revealing in the beginning. You right. You know what I say with that? Raymond, you dodged that bullet. You dodged that bullet. Hey, sounds like a winner to me. Win-win situation. Okay, let's see. Sonia. I've been single for 4 years since my last relationship that ended after 17 years. Wow. Shaking my head. Wow. Sonia, I'm sorry. I mean, we're all talking, we're all grown. I've got to ask you, whose decision was that? Talk to us. Whose decision was that? Because 17 years. And why haven't you or are you dating and you just haven't found a significant other? Answer that too, Sonia. Are you dating again and you just hadn't found anyone? And so that's why you're single? Raymond. You also have to use discreetment. Let me see. He may give plenty of thrills, but don't pay bills. Good one, Raymond. At least pay his own. He don't have to pay mine, but he has to at least pay his own, because he won't be moving in with me. I'm just keeping it real.
Oh,
I'm just keeping it real. That's another topic. We guys do it too. Let girls move in with them. Girls do it too. Ladies do it too. Let guys move with them and really don't even know who they are. Don't, they told you they work at Lance, but you haven't seen the paycheck. Just silly stuff. So we got to look at those things. I think someone had a question about the meaning of download. Please clarify. Okay. A download brother is someone who has let's say, a wife and kids. He's leading two different lives. And actually, he's a bisexual brother, but he don't want nobody to know. He bi. He likes men and women, but he doesn't want anyone to know that he likes men. So he stays on the down low. He stays in the closet. He hides out until everyone's asleep. Then he sneaks out or sneak away or sneak around, and he goes into a dark corner with a guy. I don't think they're down low girls. So I don't think they're any. Okay, downloads being homosexual. They had a whole wife thing, girlfriend. Oh, it's like, okay, we got it. Agreed, Marlon. Marlon, I just feel if you're gay, you shouldn't have to hide. It's not fair to your girlfriend or wife. You're right. That's not fair. That's low down and dirty. That's raunchy. Because you'd be surprised that some women out there would accept you just like you are with your gay lover. They'll accept it. It's some men out there that accept two females, a gay lover. They'll accept it. But in any relationship, one that you want to work, you got to twerk and be honest. You got to be honest. Nobody wants a liar. Fantasy perfect outcome. Yeah. Well, there are plenty. There's some perfect outcomes out there, Sonia. Okay, Miss Covington to James. Choosing not to heal says choosing not to forgive. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sometimes in life, relationships fail, and we have to know how to allow people to grow up, get mature, so that one day we can come back and apologize. I don't even need the apology. Grow up, mature, come back and show me that you're a different person. If just don't keep that same mentality and think I want to, watch it. If not, so what? Life goes on. Right. There are billions of people in the world. So don't give up on the next person that's probably waiting for you. Exactly. Thank you, Robin. I am so, Jonathan, gonna get you. I think it's freezing on both sides. Okay, Jonathan, she says she thinks it's freezing on both sides.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you got to say? What do you got to say?
I don't know what's going on. It's not. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything.
I said,
About what now?
I think I think you're the one freezing, Jonathan. Oh, she's saying both of us are
Yeah, I think
freezing.
so.
Oh, I thought she meant like emotion wise. Okay, Robin. We promised we're setting up something now on YouTube for you guys so we could all kind of chit chat together. So bear with us. We're in process of building it now, and hopefully we'll be able to actually, bring you guys through and actually see you as we're answering the questions or talking about things, as we're just talking. So I guess
Yeah.
I'll keep reading. Dondra, we have different perspectives on what's being desperate means. What's your perspective on desperate, Dondra? Prolicia, my bad for that typo. Deal with the situation, and as you should, as you should. If the situation is ever bigger than yourself, you better turn to God. If the situation is ever bigger than you, turn to God. He handles it all. You can't just talk to him about it, though. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. You can't just turn to God and give it to him. And when you walk away, your shoulder's still heavy. You have to let it go. When you give it to God, that means you've decided to let it go. Okay, Raymond? It's both of y'all. Yeah, so we got that. Thanks, Raymond. You have to love yourself first. Always, Dondra, always. The problem with that is communication. A lot of relationships now, people being open to bringing people into the bedroom to spice things up. I guess when you have true dialogue with the person, you know what? And I get that. I mean, I don't get that. I don't do that. But to each his own, and allow them to be themselves. And it doesn't fit you, move on. Right. If it's not your cup of tea, go try coffee. Because it's okay to move on. You don't have to be in the middle of anything you're not comfortable being in the middle of. Okay, Sonia. Here's I'm scared to get hurt again after giving all and getting left. You know what, Sonia? First of all, I don't think you should ever give any man your all unless you've already said I do. Keep something for yourself. Don't give him all your emotion. Don't even give him every inch of your time. We got relationships out there where people just spend all day with this man or this woman. Oh, just all day. And this every emotion they could possibly, express to that person. Don't give nobody all of you. No guy, no girl. Don't give no one all of you unless it's your wife or your husband. I'm sorry to hear that, Sonia, but don't even worry about it, girl. Don't worry about it. Something better coming your way. Marlon, there could be
Hold
down
up.
low women. Marlon, let the down low go. Marlon, it's just not common. There probably are some down low women, and it probably isn't common. I just said I don't know any. I've never met any, and again, a lot of times them download women, they can actually they get caught or they could tell the guy, he guys don't care. Some do. So I'll take that back. Some do. Some do care. So let's see. Hi, Cynthia, Miss Covington. Because people are going to do themselves anyway. They're going to do them, whatever it is that they want to do. But sometimes that do me thing, that don't really work. Sometimes you got to do different. If you've been doing you and doing you hadn't gotten you anywhere, try do different. That might work. That might work. Someone who is desperate is lost, trying to find themselves through someone else. They feel like they need someone else to make them complete. Someone else to make them complete. That's true.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
true. You got some people can't be without a boyfriend or can't be without a girlfriend for a long period of time. Oh, they're so depressed, they're so this, they're so that. And then they find another person, and the first thing they do is cling. And that doesn't work. No one wants to be clung to like that. Nobody wants to they don't. There's a difference between loving on somebody and clinging to them. There's a difference where, you call 90 times a day opposed to just calling 3 or 4 just to see how they're doing. It's a difference. So, they're right. That's it. Let me see, like someone else is making them. Did I? Okay, so that's the definition. Marlon, my computer is acting up because my comments keep being slow to upload. Everything is slow. Marlon, I honestly think it's the internet. I think it's the satellites within the system up. And I say that because everybody I know is having problems with their phones, their internet, their computers, their cables, and something's, we got to write Trump. I don't know. We'll probably get a lie back, but at least we can do is write. Oh no, we can't even write Trump. He can't even read. That's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work.
That ain't gonna
So
work.
hang in there, Marlon. Again, we're gonna be moving to YouTube soon. I'm gonna refresh the page right now. Go ahead, Marlon. We see you in a little bit. So,
Oh,
Jonathan, let me ask
yeah,
you this question because this is a question I've been wanting to ask.
yeah.
Um, Let me ask you this question. Do you think, ladies, guys, help me out with this if I'm not frozen and you can hear me? Do you think a man can teach a woman how to be a woman? Answer that for me,
No,
because I peeped into somebody else's live today, and this brother says he's a coach, a relationship coach, and he was saying that the men have to teach the women how to be women. So can somebody touch bases with me on that? What do you think about that, guys? Teach a woman to be a woman.
no.
What do you
I
think
mean,
about
yeah,
that, Jonathan?
I feel like he can teach her, have respect and
Thank you. How to you can't teach no woman how to respect you. Either I'm gonna move
yeah,
my
there we
phone
go.
around, Jonathan. But you can't teach a woman how to respect you. Either
No,
she's
I'm
gonna
not saying
respect.
that. I'm saying respect others and being polite.
How do you teach a full grown woman that? Either she knows it already or she's not. That's not who she is. You
No, I'm
cannot
just
teach a
saying
full
it's already
grown
instilled
woman
in
to
them.
do.
No, I'm saying it's already
Hmm?
instilled at a younger age.
Right. But yeah, I like I said, I sat in on a live where the guy was telling the other guys and the women that it's up to the men to teach them how to be women. And I was like, I want to see what that be like. Because that'll be
No, you can you
interesting to
can you
see.
can teach a woman how to be a woman, and you can teach her, as far as the basic about having to respect and understanding her worth and stuff like that, and teach her about boys and stuff and all that good stuff. But,
Wait a
uh,
minute. So
but
you think a man could teach a woman how to understand her worth?
yeah,
Ladies, y'all better handle this. Somebody handle this. Jonathan said a man could teach a woman how to understand her worth. She doesn't already know. If
I mean, a lot
anybody
of women
teaches
are.
a woman how to understand her worth, we can't teach each other, but we could share with one another. And me as a woman, I would tell any female out there, do know your worth. You more than you know my slogan. I may not be perfect, but I'm worth it. Know your worth, ladies. You are worth it. Guys, same. Good ladies, good guys, you're worth it. Nobody has to teach you. You know that. Nobody has to
Yeah.
show you. You know that. But the most they can
Yeah.
do is they can respect you. So know your worth. No man can teach you how to be a woman. None. Zero.
Nah, you can't.
That's just like saying a woman could teach a man how to be a man. That's not ever happening,
Nah,
like
you can't.
never.
No, but
No.
he can
It's
show her
something
what a
that you
man's
cannot
supposed to
do.
do for her. Like pump her gas, get her trash, etc.
Hi, cousin Lenore. Okay, let me. So I'm gonna go back a little bit, Jonathan, because of course the conversation's been going deep, and we haven't been reading it. So let's see, how can a man show a woman that? Let's see that. Right, right. What is he gonna do? Sit down and pee? I mean, how's he gonna show us how to be women? Is he gonna do his nails and we watch? Is he gonna braid his hair and we take notes? Is he gonna sit down and pee? Is he gonna wear a pair of high heels and show us how to walk? And show us how to walk. I'm just curious, how is that man going to teach us? Is he going to cook a meal and we watch? Is it okay to say hell on here? Hell no. Let's find out. Let me see, Miss Cousin. Right. Marlon, he could teach her how to treat a man, but that's about it. He can't teach her how to treat a man, Marlon. Her mother, her grandmother, they could teach her how to treat. Now, he could teach her what he likes. That he can teach her. And if you want to count that on how to treat a man, count that on how to treat him. He can teach, or he doesn't even have to teach her. He could tell her what he likes. He could show her what he likes. But she's a full-grown woman. So it won't take her long to catch on if that's something she's willing to do. But again, like I said, everybody's not meant to be together, so she might not be willing to do that. I know I'm not taking out no trash. I'm just not doing it.
Of course
So if you
not.
get with me, I'm not taking out trash. Let's get that together. Let's be honest. I'm not taking out no trash. Okay, Marlon, he can teach her. Okay, whatever. Miss Covington, he is not her father. Thank you. Even though sometimes we know to call him daddy, he is not her father. So there's nothing he can teach her.
Start doing that.
Nothing. Huh?
Yeah, I start calling these boys, this man daddy.
Right. Right. That can come off as an insult. Right. It is an insult. Miss Covington, it is an insult. So when I saw this gentleman say this today live, I questioned it. Of course, they blocked me, but not a problem because it wasn't saying anything I wanted to hear anyway. I mean, it was going to be just a matter of time before he started talking about a nut. I don't get that. Well, let me ask you this, Jonathan.
Yeah.
There's so many relationship coach. Now, I'm not going to claim to be a relationship coach. I'm not a relationship coach, guys. I haven't coached a relationship, but I do have a little bit of wisdom as to, what made mine work. Okay, you can take my information and twerk it a little bit and make it do what it do, but the only thing I can tell you is what made mine work. What I'm not quite understanding is what make these people that are out here saying that they're a relationship coach. I mean, who's seeing the credentials? Because you can't be a religious relationship coach and every time I peep in on you talking live, you're talking about sex. The Bible don't talk about sex all the time. It does not. You know I'm not telling no lie. It doesn't. But every time I look into that relationship coach, he's talking about sex and he's preaching to the women. Keep your legs closed. Do this. No, talk to the brothers. Tell them to keep it in their pants.
Ain't nobody
Talk
trying
to
to
the
hear that
brothers.
though.
It's okay. Huh?
I said,
Do
do they
what?
really hear all that though?
What you say, Jonathan?
No, I was saying, do they really trying to hear all that? You're not gonna have a lot of men tell the men to zip up their pants. It's just something that
But they
they're supposed to do for
should.
a brother. It's kind of like
But they
it's like a
should.
bro code. It's a bro
But they
code. You're not
should.
gonna do it.
We got guys out there bashing women, talking about the hurt they experienced 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12, 13 years ago. I'm freezing. Bashing women, talking about the hurt they experienced a long time ago, and no brother's correcting them. No brother is saying, wow, dude, my girl is top notch. And, I hope you find top notch one day too. There are girls out there. No brother's correcting him. Instead, you get the
We
other
don't have no
two,
type of
look, you
conversation
get
though.
the other two lonely men coming behind him. Yeah, right, exactly. Women too. She broke my heart. We get our heart broken. We get our heart
See, dude
broken.
ain't trying to hear all that though. I mean, you trying to give them advice and
What you
encouragement.
mean?
They just
Okay, well, if you're
they
not
just
trying to hear it, then do understand we're not trying to hear it either. You can't be ready to bash a female and then don't want to hear any logics while you're bashing sounds silly because you're stuck in that hurt mode. And I mean, if you just don't want to go home and feed the dog every day and sit down and put your feet up and look at TV and think about all the things that women have done to you and you just want to live that miserable, miserable, miserable life, then more power to you, deuces. But I'm telling you, ladies, don't you ladies he's that all of that went through in 2019 ain't nobody got time to be teaching each other how to be grown. Thank you, Marlon. Say it again. Grown adults. Who got time? Marlon. I'm telling you right now, I don't have that kind of time. But at least I'm honest about it. I'll say, quick and in a hurry, bruh, bruh, bruh. I don't have time for this.
yeah.
Life is supposed to be fun. Start enjoying life. Be safe. Have a great time. Have fun. Enjoy life. You're grown adults. Do what you want to do. Don't let nobody dictate what you should and shouldn't do. You're grown adults. Make your own decisions. Don't allow these some of these false prophets. And I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I know you don't like when I do that, but it's got to be said. Some of these false prophets who well, some of these false prophets who are preying on the lonely women and reminding them to keep their dresses down and their legs closed, guarantee you they in their inbox right now. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Okay, now you can show her what he likes. Okay, who is this? This is Covington. Yes, now you can show her what he likes, what another man likes, because all men not the same, right? You have to get all men are not the same. So that's why you adjust to the person that you're with and be ready to adjust. If you're going in a relationship like it's my way or the highway or no way, well, guess what? You came in that mug single, you're going to leave single too. Because unless she's just desperate, and that's the time to use that word desperate. Jonathan, we can't see you. Unless she's desperate,
um,
she's not going to put up with that. Hey, Jonathan. So, be careful.
hey, what's going
Make
on?
your decision, make wise decisions. And, don't allow yourself to be uh, you know, trapped in these dead end relationships. I've seen men teach women how to love themselves. How? That's got to be a trip. Why does she already know, Dondra? Why doesn't she already know? Why does she already know how to love herself? And why isn't her sister, her aunt, her mother, her cousin, her female co-worker telling her that's what she needs to do? How does he have? Well, I mean, maybe Murphy's Law. I guess anything that can happen will happen. So I'm sure there are some out there, Dondra. I'm sure. Oh, he said, right, Jonathan. I've seen men teach women how to love themselves. Right, Jonathan? That's what Dondra said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can.
Okay, that's good. Marlon, that blush again. Every time I say that blush, it makes me think solid. Anyway, I just say I'm nice, genuine person with some assholeness in me. And all of us, Marlon, you're not the only one. I'm a whiner. Believe it or not, I am a whiner. And everybody has some type of fault that they have to, adjust to, that someone has to adjust to. So yeah, but you know what, Marlon? You're right about that little assholeness thing. Because when I first met you, I felt that way. But now you are so mad cool. I'm so glad to see you. I like it when you come by.
Uh-huh. Um, I see you, Marlon. I see
Hush, Jonathan. Miss Covington. A real
you.
woman will
I
know
see
how to
Marlon.
handle
I see.
you and
Uh,
herself. Hello.
uh,
True, Miss Covington. 100. You keeping it 100. Replied to Miss Covington. Okay, Jonathan. Wait, hey, Jonathan, Marlon. Definitely a bro code to extent.
yeah, yeah. It's a bro code.
Let's see. John, they don't understand. Marlon, John, they don't understand. What is it that we don't understand, Marlon? John, you want to clear that up, or you want Marlon to clear that up?
No, it's a bro code. Like we really can't snitch or say anything. You know,
Huh?
everything got
What
you
happened
got to
to?
keep everything in house.
You have to keep everything what?
You got to keep everything in house. You know, it's sad, but that's
Oh
how it is.
no. Okay, that's what you're trying to say. You got it's a bro code for guys not to discuss relationship or
Yeah, or
sex.
issues or problems. Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay.
You said the
I
S
agree with
word
that. You
once
shouldn't tell
again.
everyone. There he goes. I'm gonna get you a stand because you do like me holding you in. You can't tell everyone. I agree with that 1,000,000%. But I don't see nothing wrong with talking to your sisters about sex. I don't see nothing wrong with talking to auntie, mom, grandmother, whoever you're comfortable enough to speak to about. Why would that be taboo to talk about it? I'm just curious.
Tell you, pride and ego. That's fine.
So it's taboo for men.
Yeah, it is.
Or it might be taboo for women. I'm just like the open type, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's why you have to have women on the live that's gonna debate with you, yeah, and not agree. Everything you say, right. Have your own opinion. Have your own
Oh,
opinion. Well,
we
because
not
that
going.
live show that I peeped in on today, this man had the nerve to say, if you don't agree with him, then you're, all kind of, you're just all these bad things because you don't agree with him. And I thought to myself, no prophet that I know of. He's not a prophet. Why should I have to agree with him? Why have to, that I'll be going to hell if I don't agree with him? Whatever. Not happening. Mm-mm. Covington.
Okay,
How you gonna
you
learn?
said men.
Huh?
Okay, I can read this one. Men are prideful at times. They like to get advice from friends or people that will agree with them. Yeah, you're right about that. You know, we do tend to get help from people nearby, but as far as getting the therapy that we need, nobody wants to admit that we have issues and stuff.
You wouldn't. It's not an issue. It's life, Jonathan. It's not
It's
an
all
issue.
conditioning though. It's all conditioning though.
It's what?
I said it's all social conditioning. It's all been taught when you was a little boy and stuff. You know, just like you said man up, man up. It's all part of that toxic masculinity that's being pushed onto men.
But it doesn't have to be.
It don't have to be, but
These
that's how it
phones,
is, though.
but it doesn't have to be. If you allow it to be, then that's what it is.
True, true.
My deceased husband talked to his boys. Even me, ladies, even me, the mother, the girl of the family who can't raise boys, talk to my boys. With my boys, I had what we call confession session. Confession session is when you buy pizza, you get 2 liter soda, you sit in the middle of the floor, you play music, mostly their choice, so get ready for the rap, play the music, and you allow your child to talk to you and tell you things that need to be said. What's going on? Allow him to express
But see, the
feelings.
problem is,
That's what I did.
but see, the problem is we don't sit down as a unit, as a family. You know, everybody be on their phone. Nobody wants to really sit down and have a conversation without the phone being on.
Not don't say we,
I
don't
mean,
say we,
individually.
and don't
I'm
say
not saying we.
nobody, because people do that. So what we need to do is, I can't hear you, Jonathan. Okay, so everybody
Have a conversation
put
without.
their phones up. We're having a family meeting. Everybody put their phones up. We're having a family dinner. Everybody put their phones up. The family's going to the park. Instead of us, saying the things that's not happening, we need to start talking about the things that should be happening. And maybe somebody will say, you know what? They're right. We're going to go to the park today. We're going to do something different today. We got to stop going back, to what they're not doing. Let's go to finding ways that they are. Remember the other night we had that young lady who said her grandparents were married for 50 years after knowing each other 2 weeks, married each other 2 weeks after they known each other.
Hello,
That's the
Melinda.
type of story I apologize. That's the type of story we want to hear. Those are the type of story we want to share. We want to bring hope back in instead of a whole lot of despair. Woe is us. We've been hurt. Can't do it again. I was going to say the wrong word. Forget that. That sounds better. Forget that. You don't have to be a part of that. You don't have to be a part of that. Be proud, be
Yeah.
strong, be willing, be brave, be all these positive things. And teach the kids the same thing, whether it's a boy or girl. And just we got to stop saying the negative stuff. Let's go for the positive. So I'm gonna say it could be done.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right. I know, right? Right. So
Yeah,
we
it
got
can be
that
done,
out of the
but
way.
you gotta be in the right mind frame and right mindset though.
Say one more time, Jonathan.
I said it can be done, but you have to get your mindset and your mind mentality right. Alicia said, "How do we get past hurt? Hurt probably the next live. Like, how do you get over, past pains and recovering from those situations?"
Miss Covington, believe in yourself, beautiful. Believe in yourself. Believe in your self-worth. When you start walking with belief within your own self-worth, you'd be surprised who would see the confidence dripping from you. Allow them to see that. Allow them to see that confidence dripping from you. And you know what? When I get upset or something bother me and I have to cry, and I have to cry more than once, like for instance, it's getting ready to be my deceased husband's birthday. So I cried a little bit this week, but I've only allowed myself one more good cry, and that's it. And sometimes you have to even go that far with yourself, your self therapy. Tell yourself today you're going to get up and you're going to have a great day. And I don't care if ice cream make you happy and you're on a diet, they ain't gonna eat the ice cream. Whatever it is that makes you happy, go for it and bring yourself back out of whatever hole that they put you in. Don't let nobody destroy you. So allow yourself to hurt. You're supposed to hurt. Hurt is what life brings. Hurt. All you need to hurt. But also give yourself a limited time of hurt and get back up, sister. You better get back up.
Okay, Miss Maria King said, "I believe that relationship used to last But then because people used to communicate more today, people don't communicate that much like before. They expect you to be mind readers. Yeah, that's true. Everybody, not that many people like to communicate or talk, and everything's more digital nowadays.
Maybe because I'm a talker. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they do expect you to be mind readers, reader, but you might want to tell them that you don't read no mind. There's no crystal ball in the future, and if they're wanting change from you, or if there's something that they're needing from you, especially within a relationship, they need to open their mouth and tell you. Those are those type of people say you should know, you should already know, you see, you should already know. That's those kind of people. They don't talk to you. They assume that you're in the same room they're in, so you're supposed to figure it out. I don't do the mind reading thing.
Oh, nah, ain't no mind reading. You gotta speak up, talk up.
Exactly. And don't be afraid. Tell them what you want. Don't be afraid. Tell them what you want. They can't help you, or they can't give to you. They can't provide you. They can't make you happy if you don't tell them what it is that you want. And don't be afraid to have to say it more than once. They didn't catch it the first time, or they did it and they forgot, whatever situation may be. Say it again. Say it again. Don't be afraid to say it 3 times. But after that, no, I'm just kidding. Say it as many times as you think that person is worth.
Yeah.
If you know that this person is his self-worth is amazing, but he's got this little work with it. Just remind him that it's something that you don't like. And just try to work with it without all the yelling and fussing. And a relationship should always be drama free. Every now and then there's going to be a little spot that comes in, but then that spot comes in, you're supposed to rub it back out, and the relationship should be drama free. Your relationship shouldn't be hectic, shouldn't be sad. You shouldn't hate to see the other person come home. You should be glad. And if all those things aren't working out, then you might want to reevaluate what it is you're really doing. Not really doing like messing up, why? Really doing like, why are you together?
Yeah. Right about that. Don't wait too long. Adjustments done within a relationship. Don't wait until after the fact. Don't wait till after the game is already over. You're already on the bus. Make the adjustments in between the game.
Miss Covington, you are a trip. Girl, I'm just keeping it real. And I think it's important that we do. We can learn a lot from each other. We can teach each other so much together if we only communicate and actually speak on it instead of acting like it's so taboo. We act like sex is so taboo. We act like relationship taboo. I mean, really, we do. And that's not true. It's human. It's just human. And I'm going to be human. I don't care. I don't care what the relationship coach says, I don't. And when his followers that peep in and run back and carry the bone, tell him I said anytime he wants to do live with me, let me know. Guarantee I'm gonna go put it out there, guys. We're going live. Anytime he wants to do live with me, he's more than welcome. But it's not gonna be a pretty sight. He's gonna be sad. He's gonna be sad.
Oh wow.
He is. He's gonna be sad. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna allow a man to tell me he could teach me how to be a woman, and he's sitting there talking about a 17. He saved a 17-year-old from giving up her body. She a virgin. She's supposed to be a virgin, but if that's like to even be. Why are you talking to a 17-year-old about her body? Tell her to go talk to her mom, her grandmother, somebody like that, And then what trips me out is you keep repeating that you've been talking to this 17-year-old about her body. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, that's kind of bad.
That's not cool. But then you want to judge and chastise everybody else because they choose to talk about reality. And you choose to it's up to them to let him tell them what to do. Yeah. Tell them I want to go live. So, I saw a bone carrier earlier. So hopefully that bone carrier is still here and they can just go back and tell. And I promise, guys, if that ever happened, I'm going to inbox every last one of you because I want you to see this.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to be nice to him. I'm going to kill him with kindness, but he better come with some better knowledge than he's spitting on that line because that's some crazy people knowledge. Nobody don't go by that. Yeah. Nobody don't go by that. Come on. Look at coming top of we can tag him. Felicia, you are mad. he blocked me. He blocked me. Jonathan, watch the screen keep popping in and out.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Rita Marie. You got it, Jonathan?
All right. He says, but what about these people partners who have addiction problems, drug, alcohol, etc.? They would want their words that they want to help, but they are going to get help. But when you do try to help them, they don't actually get the help that they need to get.
Yeah, girl, that drug addiction, alcohol addiction, you're gonna have to write that off to the illness. Because it is what it is. It's an addiction. And until that person actually feels the need to find their way out, and I mean to struggle their way out, to want it more than anything, you're not going to be able to get them out. They have to want it themselves. And again, you're going to have to write it off as an illness. Doesn't mean you have to tolerate it in any way, form, or fashion if you choose not to. But you're going to have to write that one off to the game. Look at Marlon. A 17-year-old girl. Yeah. I'm old enough to be her big brother. Whatever, Marlon. He got jokes. You are my girl too, Miss Covington. I enjoy it. I enjoy you. I enjoy Jonathan too.
Hey, I'm innocent.
Don't even start,
yeah,
Jonathan.
You got anything else you're trying to say?
I like my men Mandingo. You hear me, Jonathan? Whoa, I like my men Mandingo style.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. I want my man so Mandingo when he walk in the room, the black people be clutching their purse. I mean, they check their pearls. I want a Mandingo. I like it so dark when they get out the car, the oil light come on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, though, you got anything else you got to say?
Nah, I'm good, bruh. Jonathan always blushing. All that back and forth and back. That's probably why the phone keep acting up. I know that's why it's falling. Come on, Jonathan. Somebody says you look nice. I want you to say thank you instead of go, man. Say thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You want to hang out with the big dogs. You got to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys and ladies, Jonathan. Wait a minute. Let's get this last little piece. You have to want to stop. You're right. Yes, ma'am. Who's that? Yes, ma'am. That's not their partner's choice to deal with that. Yes, yes, you have to give them an ultimatum to get help else. And a lot of times when you give that ultimatum, it's not enough. That person has to damn near hit rock bottom, and sometimes more than once.
Yeah.
But if I had to give any type of advice on that, I would say, and that's the hardest thing to deal with, is try not to be an enabler. You know, they need food for money, give them food. They need cigarettes, money for cigarettes, give them a pack of cigarettes. Avoid giving them money and try your best not to be an enabler.
Yeah, yeah. I was on a date earlier today, Marlon. It was nice.
Right. John, was you on your oh yeah, that's a good one, Marlon.
Oh, oh,
We
yeah,
talk
good.
about
How you doing?
relationships. Jonathan
Uh-oh. Yes,
stepped
you.
out of his little zone and got him a little luncheon date today. Mm-hmm.
Man, I had a good time. I had a good time. Good conversation. It was good. I guess it was
So how was the date, Jonathan?
fun. Oh, it was fun. It was fun.
What?
I enjoyed myself.
Really?
It was,
Oh wow.
it was good. No, we just had something to eat. That was good. It was good. And did a little live together too. It was good.
So you hung out. Did you at least get a number, Jonathan?
We've been talking for a minute.
Great! Yay!
Yeah, we good.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Now
yeah, yeah.
Jonathan found him a girl. I know I can find me a guy.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was good.
Well, that's good, man. I'm happy. Relationship. We cannot see you, Jonathan. We can't see. There you go. There you go. A relationship is important. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not needed, but it's nice to have. And you may experience a few of them before you get to that one that's forever. Yeah, nothing wrong with a little bit of practice. Nothing wrong with it. Join
Hey,
smooth
hey,
the
man. Hey.
ladies. Come on, Jonathan. Don't, just hold your head straight up. Remember, hold tight. Thank you. Come on, Jonathan. You could do it. There
Hey,
you go.
I'm
Oh,
just being
there, never
myself.
mind. Marlon, he acts like his head is heavy. Talking about Jay Smooth. All right. So, anything else?
No, I'm good. You covered everything. So yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for invading the live and stuff. It's all good.
Right. So, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you would want to wrap it up and end it with a good old prayer and you are frozen, or am I frozen? Who's frozen? Who's frozen? Uh,
Okay. No,
who's
that's you.
frozen?
No, it's you. No, it's me. It's me. Let me read this last question. Okay. Rita Morita King used to be a friend and stand by her side. Let her know you are there for her. Talk would not make decision for y'all because you value your friendship. Yeah.
Makes sense to me. You know,
When-
dealing with drug addiction is gotta be a hard thing. I'm not familiar with it, but I've seen it. You know, I hadn't had to live it or be around it, but I've seen it,
Yeah.
and I know that you can't enable them, but you have to, like I said, be there if they need to eat, feed them. Just don't give them the money to get the food. And don't give them $20 to go to the store. No, I'm just kidding. I saw that on a movie.
Now you give
But
me 40.
yeah, anyway, be that friend, you know, as much as you can be. And be that friend as much as you can be. And what you can't be, don't feel guilt for. Just be ready to to be there when they make it out, when they make it out of that addiction, and encourage them to get help. Encourage them to get help. You know, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we talk about everything, so I'm going to talk about this. I know you guys know that I talk about having 4 sons, but what you didn't know is a few of their mothers were addicted. So, the most that I could do to help was to raise their child. And that's what I did. From infants into adulthood, and from infants into adulthood into a teenage, or one is a teenager. So, be there. Remember, drug addiction is an illness. And once you're in, you need a doctor to help you get out. Oh,
Yeah.
no. She says, oh, my goodness. It's tough. I know her friend is hurt. Thanks. Her boyfriend beats her up real bad, and he's an addict. And every time she wants to leave, he says he's going to help he's going to get help by only his words. Wow. You know what might make him get help is if she actually do leave. So, Rita Marie, and she can't just leave and be gone for a week just to get him to miss. That's not enough time. If she loves him and she believes that he loves her, but the addiction is taken over, then she needs to leave. And then that ultimatum becomes reality. She has to make the ultimatum reality, or it's never going to work. He's going to constantly put his hands on her, and it's just going to be a hot mess. And I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, because nobody should be going through any of that. I cannot imagine what it would be for someone to put their hands on me, to beat me. I can imagine what they'll look like when it's over, because I'm coming back. Okay. Well, I can imagine what that's going to look like, but I just can't imagine what it would be for someone to put his hands on me. Oh, that's where you have to go back, because you don't want to get too involved, because she's going to have to make a decision. Yes, ma'am. The decision is hers. And you know what? Sometimes it may be wise to, instead of finding him help, find her help. So, because she sounds like she needs strength. We're going to get the coach so he can show her how to be a woman. She sounds like she needs strength from her sisters and her family. A lot of times they don't hear family because they think family is being judgmental. So, sometimes you have to take them somewhere different and let someone else show them, or let someone else teach them. Let somebody else, give them some advice. Woman to woman. Woman to woman. Thank you, Miss Covington. To that sad situation, that pisses me off. That's a weak man, isn't he? I was going to say the wrong word. PG-13. I got it, Jonathan. PG-13. That's a weak man. It is. That's a weak man. He's a coward. Most men that hit women will not fight another man to save their life. She need to get her brother, her cousin, her uncle, somebody to. I can see it now. End up on the dang on news. Got me saying on live, beat him up. She doesn't have to stay. She chooses to stay. And there are many women out there who are very independent and are taking abuse from these men that do not have to tolerate. That they do not have to tolerate. You're right. I don't understand it, and I think that was Rita Marie. I don't get that, Rita Marie. I don't. I can't. You know, I don't. I just value myself worth better than that. I'm not gonna let him insult me. I'm not gonna let him degrade me. I'm not gonna let him punish me. I'm not gonna let him beat me. I'm not gonna let him, choose my clothes, or, tell me what to put on, what to think, how to smell, I just can't. How? How can you allow it and still be an individual? How can you allow it and still be independent? Suggesting one is one thing, but demanding or insisting or even putting your hands on me, gonna make me call my cousin Weston. What's the name of that guy? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, let's see. Look, if you have a daughter one day, I will teach her to use a gun. Smith and Weston. That's what I was going to tell him. My friend Smith and Weston. I'll introduce him to them. He's not going to like Smith and Weston. And it may burn just a little bit. But he better go on with that craziness. That's why a man would think twice of trying to beat her up. Yeah. Look at Justin. I fight anybody. You fight women too, Justin?
Uh-oh.
That's why your ass alone right now. That's why your ass single. Boy, that Justin is something else. Father. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That lets you know how much he hates himself. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much for saying that. Amen to that. Exactly. But you're welcome, Rita Marie. But that tells you just how much he hates himself. We just got to be careful. We got to make better decisions, and we just got to remember you're worth it. Ladies, I have a tendency of first of all, I'm a thick girl. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a thick girl. Thick girls in the house. But anyway, I have a tendency of dieting and not dieting, dieting and not dieting. And I got to the point that, okay, first of all, I need to do more for health and not, this weight thing. Because at the end of the day, guess what? I'm going to be bigger than some and smaller than others. And that's just life. That's the way it goes. There's nothing wrong with it. Love yourself. And if he can't love you for you, deuces, keep it moving. But continue to love you. I'll never stop loving me. I don't care. My hair fall out, my teeth go. I don't care one eye leave me. You ain't gonna be able to tell me I ain't cute. I might not be fat, but you ain't gonna be able to tell me I'm not cute. And that's how it's gonna be, all the way through. Just to know I don't fight women, but I will defend myself from a woman. So, which is she can hurt you? She shouldn't be hitting on you. Let's get that straight. No female shouldn't be hitting on no man because I don't hit men because I don't want to get hit. Okay, but a real man don't even talk about hitting a woman. Why would you hit her? Defend yourself against what? Why would you need to defend yourself? I'm just curious to that. Tell me, please, Jonathan, before we go, we got to see why Justin needs to defend himself from a female. Jonathan, can you think of anything that would make you defend yourself from a female? Would you hit a
No,
female to defend
unless you're coming
yourself?
out with a knife or
You can
something.
hold her. You're strong enough to hold her. Oh, Lord, Jonathan, you got to get a stand. What are you doing? Now you're a blur. You're a blur, or am I the blur?
Yeah,
Guess
it's
what?
you.
Not on my side. On my side, it is you. And I love myself very much. Amen to that. Yes. Yes, what? Justin. Justin, when you come back on, I want you to find something. Say, Justin. Just something nice. Because there are more than one way to defend himself. Okay, what kind of woman he dealing with? Exactly, Miss Covington. Exactly, Miss Covington. I'm not kind of quite sure what type of female it is that he's dealing with, but okay. There are more than one ways to defend himself. From what, holla at me, Sister Justin. I gotta work with you, baby. I gotta work with you. You come up with some wild stuff. I gotta defend myself from a female. If she got a gun, punch her in the eye, because you need to defend yourself. But if all she doing is talking junk, maybe threw a little water on you, let it go. I can see you now coming back with a whole pot. All right, Jonathan. Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm here.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm here.
What the world?
But no, we got to wrap it
Yeah,
up.
we got to get that YouTube thing going because everything's on a lag. We can't, it's hard to communicate, even other, because we're trying to keep up with the read and blah, blah, blah. We need to figure out if there's a way. Anything. Justin, let's see there. Defend yourself from. Give me an example, Justin, because you're not saying anything, sweetie. You're just talking hypothetically. And so that hypothetical speaking tells me there's some pain behind that. So won't you give me an example? What the hell? Oh my God. What is that, Jonathan?
No, it's a dog. It's a dog. Questioning. I guess
Is
what he's
that a
saying is,
dog with
yes, a
his head
dog.
cut off?
Yeah.
That's Justin. I'm just kidding, Justin. I'm just kidding. Talk to me. So Johnny Boy not going to bring me in. You know how to bring Justin in? Can you bring him in while we're on the
Not
bring him?
tonight.
Bring him in, Johnny Boy.
It's already.
Please. Plus, Justin, the phones aren't holding. The internet's not holding.
Yeah, it's not working.
Hit a sister up, Johnny. You and I could go live too,
Who?
Hmm? Too much to type. Right. I agree. I agree. Look. Miss Covington. Policia. I like that name. If I'm saying it right. I know it looks I like that name. So Mr. Man, are you gonna pray us out? Jonathan.
Yeah. Are you ready to
Yes.
pray? All right.
Yes.
Dear Father, thank you for this love. Thank you for getting close to people. Continue to watch over everybody. Hope everybody have a safe and blessed night. Heal over our families, loved ones, and just thank you for another show. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Bye guys. Hope to see
All
you
right. Y'all have a good
soon.
one.
Deuces.